I don't know. Yeah, we're live. Are we dark? Is this weird and fuzzy?
There is a lot of dirt on this lens.
Let us wipe this off. Hand me that napkin over there. Let's try to. There we go. Look at that.
Better?
It's better. Who's here? What's up, everybody? We're gonna focus on some good stuff today because I've had it with people being negative. You can be grumpy all you want, but not here. Who's in here, everybody? How's your week been? What's up? Contagious joy as opposed to infectious. Same thing. Infectious, I feel like, is kind of imposed. Contagious just kind of like spreads. Yeah, that thing. I don't know who's been following the tweet thread with Scott Nicewander. He had mentioned like people just need to be happy because people forget to be happy. I completely agreed. A lot of people just like to sit in the corners, just ignore it, like push away the good things and then wonder why everything's kind of going shitty. So don't be immune to happiness because it's all around. People absolutely forget to be happy. Yeah. So we're going to focus on good things. Like this was a great week. Unless you're on our Patreon, we can't tell you exactly why, but we had a great set of collaborations with NerdSync. You guys know that much that Scott was in town. Don't know when those videos will be out, but now they're filmed, so there's that.
You gotta wait.
We did 4 videos, I believe. So there's that. Hey, what's up, veteran vlogger? It was not you by Cougar. No, I mean not that kind of Cougar, at least.
No comment. No comment.
Yeah, I don't know. Glad you guys liked that video. That was actually we were filming the We're Okay, the YouTube shooting video, and then that happened in the middle of it. So we finished up real quick, and then we went inside. We were watching that footage with some friends at Snakt, and everyone thought that was hilarious. We were with like Megan Contagious and Tayzonde and all them, and they're like, that is absolutely hilarious. So you should put that out. So we put it out on the internet. My phone was acting up. Oh, shit. All right, well, you didn't miss much. We're just saying we were following Scott's tweets about people forgetting to be happy, and we're going to just make this a good place to start the contagious joy thing. And I saw that you tagged Maddie. Still not very familiar with the content, but know that a lot of friends in our friend group are. So I'm going to check that out whenever time arrives. But if you're on our Patreon, don't tell anybody else what's going on as far as like our collaborations this week. Everybody knows that Scott from NerdSync was in town, but not everybody knows why. And we're really excited because it's possibly one of the biggest things that
what is up with your phone, bro?
It's gonna comment for a while.
This is 2-3 weeks now. Your phone's been doing this. You should see if they can swap it out for you because you said it was a new phone, right, Brandon? Phone.
We just got done. We were hanging with Granny Potty Mouth for a few hours. We're helping out with the last little bits of her pilot. It got accepted to Silicon Beach Film Festival, so we're gonna all be at that at the end of the month. Just see what an audience thinks of it.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be cool. Yeah. So this week. We'll start off. I brought these things because some of you saw this vlog. If you didn't, you need to go check it out. Brandon sent us on a Toys R Us adventure. And I know we talked a little bit about this before, but now I have the things here with us because we're here. But this is part of my joy. So like I have this now. This is Ralphie, and well, just notice the old man is significantly heavier. This old man, he has a leg lamp and then a pissed off face. And his, I've been probably drinking face. Oh, there's catching all kinds of the ring light there.
It's very hard to see.
Fun stuff. This is amazing. Great stuff. But yeah, if you didn't check it out, there's a Toys R Us adventure. It's one of our vlogs. It was a bonus vlog for the week. So
totes jealous.
Yeah, it's amazing, right? The rotate feature was acting weird this time. Oh, that sucks.
Here's what brings me joy. Look at this thing for put it next to my face to show you how huge this is. That's a knife.
Dan wants to know how much of those are. I'll let you tell them.
The more knives I can have, the more smiles I'll have.
And I don't know. And then so Wednesday you all got to see us discover that it wasn't a cat. And then Friday, so we had a chill day with Scott from NerdSync because this week has been the week of weeks. It's probably one of the busiest, like craziest weeks of like a couple years now. And it's a little bit for schedule, but also because of what we were doing video wise with NerdSync. And Thursday was our first day off, all of us. So we asked Scott what he wanted to do, and he said that Griffith Park was like one of his favorite places, and it's one of our favorite places too. So we went out there, and besides filmed a little bit to put the vlog together, literally did nothing else. Like we sat and watched the sunset. So I was really chill, really nice. And then it got actually chill, like very cold. So
waiting for the bus. But you guys saw that already.
Told him not to worry about it. Yeah, don't worry about it. I think you know what my joy is. Yeah.
He actually wanted to know how much you spent on that.
But yeah, so that
that's weird.
Thursday was not. Oh, okay, because it. Why the bus? So at Griffith, veteran vlogger. Did you see that vlog just before I continue from somewhere I think you know and I don't, because otherwise this won't make sense. But yep, okay, cool. So at Griffith Park, sometimes they say it's either busy or they say it's busy or they're expecting it to be busy. And this particular day, it wasn't really that busy, but I guess they were expecting it to be. So sometimes they close the parking lot at the observatory. So you park down at the Greek Theater, as made famous in Get 'Em to the Greek, and then there's a 50-cent shuttle bus that goes up the hill to the observatory, and it's probably like a mile up the hill. So we had to take that back down, and by the time we got to leave, I don't know if we caught in between buses or something, but we were waiting a little bit, like probably 10-15 minutes, and the Santa Ana winds picked up, and
it was freezing.
Got us.
We learned quickly that it's 50 cents up and 50 cents back, not 50 cents both ways. Thankfully, I had a shit ton of change.
Oh, there's a notification that we're going live.
8 minutes later. That's not as bad as last time. It was like 25 minutes later.
I'm coming out to LA in July. Oh, cool. Griffith, hands down, my favorite place in Los Angeles. But here's the trick. So they're closed on Mondays, so you can't go there then. Fridays, Saturday, and Sundays, it is a shit show. So those are bad days to go because everyone's going. But if you can go like on a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, like afternoon, and maybe like, so you either go in the afternoon, like around lunch, so you can see the daytime stuff, or you go like an hour before close, like at 9, because it closed at 10, and you can enjoy the view. Best view in Los Angeles, in my opinion. But the don't do the last hour thing if you've never been there before, because there's like a museum inside, and you can check that stuff out. If you want to check that out, that's not enough time to check it out. So maybe like the afternoon, check stuff out. But definitely recommend if you have a chance to see it once during the day and once in the evening, because totally different views. And hopefully it's clear. When Scott was out here, the opposite side was clear, and the side we were looking at was kind of overcast. So
go to the planetarium for us, because we never do.
Yeah, we never do the planetarium show. So that's another joy. Let that, share that. That's the second. It's like, yeah, gotcha. And I don't know, just
do
focusing
that
on good things.
Vlog while you're there.
Yes.
That's a perfect place to do that. Just try to do most of your talking bits inside.
Yeah, well,
it's usually windy.
Hopefully the Santa Ana winds will be not as much, but I don't know. I mean, who knows?
I haven't been up there where it wasn't windy, regardless of the weather.
It's It's the days when it's like calm. It's like really nice to just like sit and just kind of chill. But you still want to bring like a hoodie or something because by the time the sun goes down, it gets chilly either way. But July should be pretty warm. Usually here, it might even be. There's usually like a week or two in the summer that it gets to be like over 100 degrees. That's fun. But vlogging here, very, very much recommended. Then there's always like the touristy stuff, which isn't bad. It's just if you're into that kind of stuff, Hollywood and Highland, it's where you see like the stars and the Dolby, not Dolby Theater. Is it Dolby Theater now? I can't remember. Yeah, it's Dolby Theater and the TCL Chinese Theater. This all that stuff, and then El Capitan Theater is across the street.
A lot of homeless cosplayers.
Yeah, actually, some of them make a killing out there. I watched a documentary about some of those guys and how much money they make out in the street. But Ben from NerdSync keeps telling me to go for it and send her a DM. I'm not a relationship expert, so I'm not going to say either way. But you do you. Just be careful. But yeah, I don't know. LA's a cool town. There's so many things to do, but I think Griffith is like the best in my opinion because it's really cool and it's free except for parking. Although, well, if you actually park up at the observatory, it's like $4 an hour or something, which they recently just started doing within the last year, and that helps it make it not as crazy because it used to be like absolutely insane. Did we just get recommended a video?
I go to Huntington Beach a lot, so kind of know the weather, but first time to LA, very excited.
Oh, nice.
Go to the beach for us too.
Venice is amazing. The Venice sunset is the best. Like, it's so colorful as long as it's not overcast. He also said, I'm gonna step under Scott. That's hilarious.
Ben says some weird things.
Yeah, so what else does everybody get joy and happiness from? This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna share all this together. So we got veteran vlogger who is once again, well, we haven't had a chance to catch up on your stuff, but you're growing more and more, so that's great. And we have the Christmas story action figures. We have the collabs with Scott. 362 subs. Man, that is insane. Yeah. That's awesome.
Blowing up, man. You already passed the hard point.
Like, I think we went like 2 years with like 90 subs or something. Of course, we also weren't like asking. And 6,500 watch time minutes. Cool. You only got 250,000 more before you get monetized. But that's not important. That'll come. That always comes in like one video or two, like if you keep at it. So like some video will just like take off and then you'll get that watch time.
Just keep putting up stuff you like to do, stuff that is you, genuine you.
But this week's, so what I thought was 4,000. Oh, so it's 4,000 watch time hours.
Isn't it a month or is it a year?
A year. 4,000 watch time hours a year. So do you have 6,500 watch time minutes? So the 4,000 hours equals like almost like 250,000 minutes. So yeah, that's what a lot of people said. It's a confusing language because what they present you in the analytics is minutes, and then what they made the requirement was an hour. So it's a weird thing. So, but I think everybody has it now. You can look in your YouTube channel. There's in the discovery tab under the beta, you can see impressions, which has been a real eye opener in the YouTube community because you can see what thumbnails are working and what aren't. And it's interesting. Like, you can't let it consume you, but it's interesting to see like what actually works and what you thought would work and what doesn't, all that stuff. But that just came out this week and everybody's going nuts because they're finding out that they're actually being shown to a lot of people and just not being clicked on. So I think the audience are changing, not necessarily YouTube. Well, I do it because I love it, and that's the thing. So you love it, and then you have this like place where your life is like documented, kind of, and in increments. It's good stuff.
We watched Rampage again, so we got to actually see what the movie looked like, because when we first saw it, it was still in pieces. They took out all the bad stuff, which was great. That was pretty cool. You guys gonna see Rampage? What other movies are out right now? I want to see Ready Player One again. There's too much stuff in that movie to see it once. You got to see it more than once. You ever played the game? When was that? That was 90s.
Take a look.
You're gonna make Matrix do some videos? Where's your videos, man? You got videos now, right? Or you're recording, you're planning. Yeah, there was a good span of shit, I don't know, a decade where I didn't really play any games until we started that gaming channel. Now we're playing games every weekend almost. Not exactly the ones we want to play, but games nonetheless. Oh, good. So while you record, you're going to pull Matrix in, make sure, yeah, Matrix are in as well. That's cool.
So Rampage, the game, is from 1986.
Never played Rampage.
A lot of fun.
Dave and Buster's has the new movie game.
So Veteran Vlogger says, what are your plans for next month? So like next month is in April or May? Because April, there's a few little things happening, but the biggest stuff just finished up. May is crazy again because conventions. So we have ClamorCon, and then VidCon happens either the end of May or early June, somewhere there in there. And more music and videos and collaborations, and hopefully by May, if not in May, the videos that we filmed this week will either could be coming out or had come out. So, but May is a convention. It's the beginning of convention season. So you have to be invited to VidCon. You have to be invited if you're going to be a speaker or like a guest at like a studio or something. But you can get tickets as just like a fan, and it is actually mostly fans, like just a lot of fans. I've never been there as a fan, so I can't speak to that experience. It seems like they have a good time. I see it, and it doesn't look like it's gonna be a good time to me, because it's the part we see is like a lot of teenage girls, but I'm sure there has to be other people than that. But they sell a ton of tickets, so it seems like it's a good time. So, are you guys there to meet you? We probably are going to be a VidCon. Don't know what capacity, but we're always there most years. So, sounds about, yeah, we'll probably be there. Like, don't want to like 1000% guarantee it, but we've always been there. So
just hit us up.
Yeah,
we'll let you know whether we're there or not.
We'll do a little meetup in VidCon. Yeah, but then ClamorCon is in May. That's a creator only invite thing. But VidCon is a big fan thing. You should look it up. It's pretty insane. I have no idea what the ticket situation is like as a fan, but I know there's like different tracks, like creator, fan, all that stuff. So you can take a look at it. But the Green brothers, Hank and John Green, they started it like a while back, and it's grown to something really huge. It takes place at the Anaheim Convention Center.
And look out for Viacom this year.
So we would do that. You guys really have inspired me, so I'd love to meet you. Yeah, love to.
If we're there,
hang a little bit.
We'll hang out. There's not really any pressing things happening during VidCon, so
it's been great seeing you vlog and grow and everything. I wish we had more time to keep up with content. There's so many people that we need to keep up with content, and we'll get to it. We get to it when we can. It's insane, especially that YouTube's been like encouraging people to create more content. So crazy. Gotta look up when VidCon is this year. Let's see. June 20th to 23rd, so it's not the beginning of June. It's the end. But so there's a community track, creator, and industry. I don't know what the differences are, but you could probably
just access
read. Right? You could probably read about it and ask people online about it because a lot of people have been to this. We are usually there with one of the studios or YouTube or something, so we'll figure it out. But it is a huge conference, especially I guess if you've ever been to a convention at the Anaheim Convention Center, you know kind of what that entails.
Well, it's a new warning.
There, okay, it said we disconnected. Did you lose us? Hey, are we still here? It said you made it 20 minutes this time.
That's funny.
We're back. We're back. Cool. I don't know what just happened. We got a yellow warning saying connection problems, but nothing changed with our connection. So I don't know. Yeah, it's a huge conference, but it's fun, and usually I don't remember half of it. So
everybody's there, like people you want to meet. So veteran vlogger, if there's a specific YouTuber, you might see them there, and you might get to meet them and ask them questions, and some of the time they'll be running away from you. But everybody's pretty cool, so it should be a good time. I wonder what it's going to be like though this year. Ever since they sold to Viacom, I want to see if there's a difference or if it's all laid out the same or what. I'm interested.
Some of you who follow my personal Instagram have seen that I got new tires for my car. I ordered them, and instead of coming directly to LA, they've been routed through Coachella. So even my tires are at Coachella. Go figure.
Veteran vlogger, I'm not a crazy fan either, but they still ran away from me.
Yeah, I think I've had back spasms this week, so that was fun. Not necessarily a joy, but the joy has kept the back spasms at bay.
Man, I'm just waiting for a day where it's just do what you want day. We haven't had that in a long time. Find some ways to decompress.
But so yeah, I don't know. It's been a great been a great week. It's been busy, but once again, it's just because of people like you guys, we get to do what we want to do and be creative, and it's amazing. We have really amazing experiences we wouldn't have otherwise. So very thankful and simple. But then I'm retired. And there you go. I wouldn't have traded this busy week for anything. It was busy, but it was amazing. And I don't know, maybe other people would disagree with me, but I loved it. And if it took this week being crazy to have the experiences that we had this week, I wouldn't have given up for anything. Certain Pass is very enjoyable. I'll leave that at that.
It's awesome.
Yeah,
it was really cool meeting the peeps we met and having the experiences. You just, can't take that away from us.
But I was actually talking to Scott from NerdSync on text, and we were just talking about like this like aura of negativity coming from so many people. Like they'll just like be like, well, whatever, and that's like cool, and then in other places in the world, there's people with like big problems, and our worst problems are we're busy creators, so I don't know, it really puts things in perspective that like if we remember to be happy every once in a while, then remember like this is actually really great. The worst thing last week was that a kind of maybe Bobcat came to our set, so
yeah, I just don't
want for your Patreon
people like that bother me at all.
But I can't say I'm a fan of that site. Oh, did you have a bad experience with Patreon? So the Patreon people are really great to us, but I don't know what the outside experiences are. Jack Conti just he's super great. He went out to meet Casey Neistat this week. They have double tapped me before. Oh, ooh. Well, I know they don't mean to if they do that. But if that happens, maybe we can try to contact on behalf, because they are growing now. So I don't know when the last time you were supporting on Patreon, but they have since recently they've put a feature called Lens on Patreon, which is really great because it's kind of like Snapchat or Instagram stories, because we can just like quickly put stuff up. And for the people on Patreon, they were able to see like the things we were up to this week. Us and NerdSync agreed that the project we were doing was kind of be not secret, but like we want to save the experience for everybody else. But the people on our Patreon know everything, and they got to see kind of stuff we were doing this week. But I'm not so much of a fan of my first Patreon creator more, but I feel that I take my plate away.
You do what you do, man. Do what you got to do.
Happens, right?
If you can afford it, you can afford it. But if you don't dig what that person does, then why continue to support? Unless you like doing that.
But Patreon's been great. I know we thought about. I know what you mean, Brandon. But if you're unhappy with your service, would you tip? There you go.
It's kind of what I was saying.
We thought about doing this before. We just keep forgetting. But we thought about doing like a video where we talk about like where, like how the money that from Patreon like helps us. Like, for example, like maybe last month or the month before, it took a couple months to combine overall pledges, but we cashed out and we were able to pay for like a year of our cloud service for all the files that go into like our music and our YouTube and everything. It's something we use literally every day, and it's not very expensive, but like having it, there's kind of an annoying bill, and so like having the Patreon money covered that was really nice. And then at one point, some of that Patreon money helped go directly towards the production. There was 1 month that Patreon money like helped like finish off like our rent that we were running low on that month. So it's always good to have there, and so we're always real thankful for it, and we love sharing things with everybody on the Patreon, and it's cool. So yeah. I like what she does. I just don't care like I used to. End of the story of life. I'm not happy with her. Gotcha. You guys have regular jobs too? Nope. This is it. We make YouTube videos and we write music and we do a bunch of different. We help some friends sometimes on like YouTube sets, but that doesn't really pay. So we just do this, and it's sometimes it's great, sometimes it's not so much, but that's
lots of odd and end stuff.
But that's
a lot of music stuff too that we get paid for.
But that's the thing that like you sacrifice that weird stability to be able to like do this, like so we like last night. Good example. So our friends finished this movie called Rideshare, which is about a movie about a killer Uber driver. And they celebrated by going out to this place called Bar Sinister. And if you follow our Instagram story, you saw us there last night. That place is fucking weird, but it was cool. Like, and that's stuff that just doesn't happen when you know, like if we were like tied down to a normal day job and everything. It's not for everybody, but for us, it's like, it's a really cool experience to be able to do stuff like that. So I need to find a way to make money off what I enjoy. I mean, it's a struggle for everybody, but when you get there, like, I don't know, the freedom is worth the trade-off.
Check out Rideshare if you guys don't know what we're talking about, the whole movie thing. Our friend Tremaine was really gracious with us last night and hooked us up, got us in, bought us a drink. We celebrated together. It was nice.
You know, it's actually funny. I don't think we actually ended up getting that drink from Rideshare. I think Tiny Sponsor got us around, and then Billy Brenner, who's one of the producers, got us. But the actual film, they told us they were going to, and we could have ordered under them, but we just, the drinks were coming from other directions. So yeah. But that was a good time. And then we had late night tacos, hung out at Tiny Sponsor's place for a little bit longer, and then Called on Night got up and helped Granny more with her pilot stuff. So that was fun. Yeah, it's, you know, just stuff like that. Can't plan for. You can't, you know, you can wish away, which people do all the time, and then they wonder why they're not having experiences. So, but feast or famine, exactly. I mean, that's yeah. It's just like this flux, but we always get to do something. Like, there was a time when we both had day jobs, and that's something that's not for us. Put it that way. Nice. I'm still giggling about the Bobcat. So glad it's funny when we watched it. It was really funny. Like we didn't have plans to post that, but some friends saw it and they were like, "You have to put that out there," so we did. But veteran vlogger, man. Thank you so much. So you know, we're gonna get lunch with the last one because you said lunch on me. So we're gonna definitely do that. But we might turn these things into like little bonus vlogs. It's kind of like we did when Brandon got us the Christmas story thing. So, but thank you, veteran vlogger. It's very gracious.
Yeah, thank you. About the Bobcat, I actually found out what it was, but I'm not telling. You guys have to drag it out of me if you guys really want to know what that sound was, because it happened again, and I found where it was coming from. And it was still just as spooky and weird as the first time, but man.
Yeah. This week, there's a couple ideas for video things, but nothing finalized yet. So we'll see what's going to happen this week. Aside from that, we're just going to try to have another good week, but this one much more lax than the last one. Try to catch up with a few peeps. And I don't know,
get some more chill time in sometime or another.
But as usual, you can hit us up on Discord. Tell us what it was on Patreon.
Maybe.
Hit us up on Discord. Like, we're in that. We're going to be a lot better this week than we were last week because, oh my god. Also, Patreon mail hasn't gone out yet. But if you're on the mail part, that'll be going out. And yeah,
wonder where Dust On is. Dust On.
She in the Discord. She doesn't have internet this month, so.
Oh, she's on the phone. I'm just talking to her today.
Yeah, she's going places to get on Wi-Fi.
Interesting.
Anyway, so we're gonna go take off and finish up a few things, but thanks again, everyone, for supporting us, for hanging out. We love hanging out every week, and just remember this week, make joy contagious. It's easy for people to pout and, you know, I don't know, just be negative or focus on things that are negative, but be somebody that's a contagious joy this week, and I don't know, things get better for everybody.
That's true.
So. Lee Ray never shows up anymore either. I don't know. I don't know if this is too early for him. He was one of the people who suggested we change the time, but it's all good. We see him in Discord every once in a while, so in the comments and stuff. So I don't know. This community always just kind of revolves. So, but yeah.
Thanks, man.
Thanks for hanging out. If you're watching this later and for some reason you're not subscribed, subscribe. This little circle. YouTube is probably covering up half of our faces right now with videos that thinks you'll like. Everybody here that was hanging out with us, thank you so much. Thank you, Better Vlogger, for the super chat.
Yeah, thank you.
And as usual, don't forget to do the wrong things
with the right people.
Bye.